Good day. We're coming on the air with breaking news around the trial of former President Donald Trump on two fronts right now. First, the jury and alternates have been selected for that criminal trial. We'll get to that in a moment, because also just a short time ago, a major law enforcement presence began at that courthouse, a very disturbing incident after someone apparently set themselves on fire outside of that very courtroom in that courthouse. Let's get right to Vaughn Hilliard. He's on the scene. Vaughn, I know we don't know a lot. We're not going to show the video. I have seen it. It is incredibly disturbing. What do we know?
Kate, about 50 yards from the entrance to this courthouse where Donald Trump is currently inside, and just about 2 minutes after a full jury was impaneled, a man set himself on fire here in an area that is what they call the First Amendment area, where protesters are able to assemble. I want to be clear that we do not know who this individual is at this time, or whether this individual, this man setting himself on fire, was at all in response to what was unfolding here in this lower Manhattan courtroom. He was on fire for several minutes here before police officers were able to put out the fire on top of him. We saw that he was still moving when he was taken away by ambulance here. Of course, there is a major response, law enforcement response here to this scene. Again, we do not know why this individual set himself on fire, but it happened just 2-3 minutes after the 18 jurors that will be the ones deciding Donald Trump's fate in this criminal trial in lower Manhattan were formally impaneled. These alternates were going to be sworn in any moment now. We're waiting to hear exactly what is happening inside of the courtroom at this time. This is a major moment. Donald Trump, the first ever former president of the United States to stand criminal trial. We expect opening statements to begin Monday morning. We have a jury of 12 individuals, 7 men, 5 women, and then we have 6 alternates. We expect, again, opening statements to happen Monday morning. But I got to tell you, Chris, again, this man setting himself on fire just about 50 yards from the entrance of the courthouse. We are told that inside that sirens could be heard, multiple ambulances responding to the scene. This is a moment where there is heightened scrutiny and attention on what is happening around this courthouse for a trial that we expect to take place over 6 to 8 weeks. Again, this was happening inside of an area, Kate, where protesters are allowed to convene. We have seen pro-Trump individuals, anti-Trump individuals, but we do not know what led this man to take this sort of an action here on this Friday morning. Kate?
It is disturbing, to say the least. Vaughn, I do wonder about those jurors, because it's been all week of trying to set this jury. There were setbacks where a couple were dismissed at one point. I know today one woman was tearful talking to the judge. Paint a picture for us of how hard this process has been and what these jurors are facing.
These jurors, when they were showing up to the courthouse, did not know that they were here for potentially serving on the Trump trial. And just this morning alone, 2 potential jurors broke down in tears because of their own anxieties and own reticence towards serving on the jury. 3 individuals, potential jurors, this morning were dismissed and excused after saying that friends, family had reached out to them asking if they were inside of the courthouse and potential jurors. And they said that they felt like they couldn't be fair and impartial because of the pressures, citing specifically feeling anxiety around serving on this jury. Of course, these individuals are all anonymous, but because of the process to try to find a fair and impartial jury, they are being asked in this setting about jobs that they have held, about their ages, whether they are married, have children, which neighborhood in New York City do they live in. And as you could expect, with those sorts of attributes and descriptions, people have been able to identify who these individuals are. And you saw even one individual who had been sworn in as a juror will come into this courthouse yesterday morning and go to the judge and say that in the last 24 hours that she had heard from friends, family, and even colleagues. And that is where you get to the intensity. This is not like a normal celebrity, even high-profile case, but this is 6 months from the general election for the White House, with the presumptive Republican nominee's fate, guilty or innocence on the line, potential imprisonment on the line. These New Yorkers who come from every walk of life have been asked asked to serve on this jury here, and as most families in America could attest to, undoubtedly have friends, family on one side of the political aisle, one strong opinion on Donald Trump, and these individuals are going to be asked with so much on the line for our politics to make a legal decision based on the evidence and testimony they hear over these next 6 to 8 months, Kate.
Vaughn, thank you so much. I'll let you go continue to report on the unfortunate incident that just happened outside the courthouse.